All right, welcome in to the BullRing Banter podcast on Pit Chatter Media, powered by the Race22.com network. BullRing Banter, all about the Ararat BullRing over in Ararat, Virginia. I'm your host and track promoter for 2025, Langley Austin. Alongside of me is my wife, and we're going to be testing her knowledge today. We were talking about what we were going to do on the podcast today, and I decided I'm going to be testing her knowledge. Kim, are you ready? I'm not going to start now, but are you ready to be tested?
I'm not sure.
Do you know enough about dirt racing? That's the question.
I think so. I'm a little dusty on the dirt racing, but I think I'll be all right.
This is like, are you smarter than a fifth grader, except... are you smarter than Google?
I'm definitely not smarter than a fifth grader.
Oh, crap. All right. Well, the BullRing Banter podcast, presented by Buffalo Mountain Motorsports. They are not just a car dealer. They got power sports, used cars, power sports, ATV, side-by-sides, dirt bikes, accessories, anything you need. Willis, Virginia. They're right there in the heart of it. Also, tonight's episode of the BullRing Banter podcast is brought to you by TC Construction. TC Construction, they work in the cellular industry. Not much you can buy from them or have them do, but they're big supporters of racing. They are also the title sponsor of the Modified Division, and Buffalo Mountain Motorsports is the title sponsor of the Late Model Division for this year. Both racers that'll be racing with us this year, Rob Favor from Buffalo Mountain Motorsports and Travis Covey from TC Construction. Appreciate their support and helping us make not only the BullRing Banter podcast happen, but the Ararat BullRing, making things go round and round for us this season. Well, got us some Ararat things done this past weekend. Went down there in like a mist/rainstorm. Wasn't really raining, I guess. It was mostly just misting. Had a staff get together. I don't want to call it a staff meeting because we weren't there to really tell them anything, just to try to gather people up, kind of like a job fair, sort
Trying
of.
to get a feel of who wants to help us out and be there.
Didn't have as good a turnout as we'd hoped, but I've had several people message and email and call since, so hopefully we get all of our staff dialed in here in the next week, 10 days.
In all fairness, the weather was absolutely horrible.
I know.
I come down the mountain, and that fog
and that's the first time you drove there.
Yeah, that was actually the first time I drove there.
Yeah.
And you had literally called, you said, "Learn Squirrel Spur," or whatever that road's
Listen,
called.
these people probably, most of them are like, "Squirrel Spur? What in the hell is that?"
Yeah, I said the same thing. I'm like, what kind of road name is that?
Well, I could have sent you down Snake Creek.
Well, okay, even worse. But I'm coming down this road, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to get the feel for it. I'm going to be driving down here by myself a lot, in the next couple weeks. And literally the fog was so bad I couldn't see right in front of my car. Like, coming down that mountain, the turns literally just about bit me, I had to dirt track it through some of the turns and go a little sideways.
Oh, my God.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, John Songer.
No, I'm just kidding.
People don't know who that is, but Lord have mercy.
But in all fairness, if I would have been going to a job fair for a racetrack, looking out the door and thinking, this is not really the weather, we'd necessarily meet in.
Yeah, I guess. So we're putting all that together. So if you're still looking for a position on the staff, let me know. I've got a bunch of people wrote down. I got to go back on my notes from the original meeting that I had down there, and check that out and see what I got on there. And then I'm going to try to get everybody in place in the next 10 days. So that's my goal. If you don't hear from me in the next 10 days, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, because my 10 days sometimes turn into 17 days or 24 days. And I'm running out of days, so I got to do it here soon.
It's coming together piece by piece. Some things a little slower than others.
It is.
We still got quite a few weeks left. The staff, I think the staff will come together all right.
Yeah. Well, we had some good people come out to the meeting. And
absolutely. And I got to sit, and talk with them and sort of get to know them and great people,
Yeah. Also had Andrew Langford. He was out working there at the track again.
Moving that dirt.
Yep, moving some dirt around. Got Winky McGee coming in this weekend to hopefully try to finish up the inside of the racetrack and get us back to what we consider square one. So hopefully we'll be getting dialed in Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, obviously weather permitting, but Saturday we're hoping to, get some other things done there at the track too. I'm not going to say this is like officially the work day, but if you want to come out and help us Saturday, we'll probably be there around 10 o'clock or so. And, hopefully we can get some things done. If you got a rake, shovel, like a hard rake, shovels, we need to get some places that we can't get to with equipment, get some dirt back in place and just some things, that we need to get done there. Weed eater, stuff, like pruning shears and things of that nature. We can chop down some of these trees that have started growing in places where they're not supposed to be.
You're going to chop down trees with pruning shears?
Yeah, well, I mean, you obviously aren't listening because I said they just started growing. So they're pretty tiny, okay?
Right. If you got a little chainsaw or, pole saw or whatever you use to actually cut them on down.
You listen like a typical woman,
What was that again?
Yeah. So this Saturday we'll be there, probably about 10 a.m. trying to get some stuff done. If you want to come out, that'll be great. If not, we're probably going to have another one. Hopefully got one of our Stock 4 guys planning on doing some painting with us this weekend, I believe. I got to circle back around to him and make sure. But that should be good. Get that done. We got a bunch of stuff. It's a bunch of little things. There's nothing big except for the inside of the track that needs to be done, and that can't be done by us and shovels and rakes and stuff like that. So, that's somebody that knows what they're doing with the some heavy equipment, and hopefully we're on par to get that done. Hey, we launched our new merch, some of it anyways. Launched some of the new merch.
We did.
This past weekend. Should start shipping some of it out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday-ish next week. So that'll be cool. What was your favorite? We had a couple different designs there on T-shirts already right out of the box. What was your favorite?
I think they all look really good, but the newer designs that come out, the one with the
newer, they're all new.
Okay, they're all new to all the fans. We've had a couple designs.
Yeah.
But the one with the left side going straight up and down.
Yeah, Virginia's baddest BullRing.
I like that. And the little bull for the kids. That's probably my favorite.
The little BullRing race fans. Those are some cool ones. So, yeah. Got some cool designs. We got Virginia's baddest BullRing on there with a map of Virginia, and you can go check them out. On the website, AraratBullRing.com.
I'm thinking about making me a little bull shirt.
Yeah, well, that's because you're a little bull. Sorry. sorry. Let's see.
Gotcha.
Last night had the Pit Chatter podcast live. Me and Noah Hinchy do that. It's kind of a weird show at the moment, because we're talking about racing all over the place in asphalt. We don't really get into the dirt that much, except for the Ararat BullRing and maybe a little bit of Natural Bridge.
And I got to say, our fans were starting to chime in. I was impressed.
Yeah, we got some Ararat BullRing racers and fans in there last night. One of them was Travis Covey from TC Construction. He said he's thinking we're going to have 20 plus modifieds for the first race. Boy, I hope you're right. I don't know where we're parking everybody yet, but I hope you're right. He said
we'll worry about that when they all get there.
100%. We're gonna have to find some fields to shuttle them from. But he said if we do have 20 plus modifieds on opening night, he wants to have TC Construction quick 8 dash for the top 8 qualifiers, and he's putting up $500 of his own money. Man, I tell you, that's one of the things that I can see already that is a remarkable difference between dirt and at least the asphalt at Franklin County.
Oh, absolutely.
The racers at Franklin County, while they supported you and they were there every week, a lot of them owned businesses, but they didn't get involved at the racetrack, Yeah. And I think these dirt guys, I think they figured out that, they don't want to travel that much, and even if they do want to travel, they want a home track, and they want that place, to succeed. So a lot of good. I mean, I've got some more sponsors to come out here in the next couple of weeks.
I guess that old saying goes, you don't know what you have until it's gone. These guys have been sitting without racing in their hometown
100%.
for a while, and they're like, man, we just got to keep this. We got to do whatever we got to do to just make sure this works.
Well, I think this region of racer, just listening to them talk, I mean, they've been through the 311 situation and, it becoming a junkyard, and then just all of a sudden, they thought they, had found a great, deal in Friendship becoming Ultimate Motorsports Park, and it just taking off and flourishing, and, just for whatever reason it didn't work out, and
now it looks like a junkyard.
Well, yeah, I mean it does for sure. It's a holding lot.
What'd you say? An impound lot?
Impound lot. Yeah. So, got a lot of cars there. But and then they've got Ararat that has been through multiple different people running it. And it's sat empty for 3 years. So. I think, well, really 4 years, I guess. So it's sat empty, from 2021 till 2025. And I think, they're wanting to be involved, and so we got a bunch of them coming on board, and we appreciate them. And anybody out there, obviously, that wants to get on board, we definitely would love to have you.
No amount's too small. Like I've said in other shows, we're open to have any help we can get to get this thing rolling and get it back to where we need it to be.
And listen, one big thing about that, and I tell people this all the time, I don't even care. I don't need a dime of it. Man, we can put it all toward the racers. I mean, that's where it's all going anyway. So I mean, no matter what we do, I mean, we've got a little bit of sponsorship money in so far, and it's gone to buying things there at the track,
or heck, before race season gets started, bring a gallon of paint, a gallon of bleach, some rollers, some rags,
Right. That's right. All right. Well, anything else in the last week? Well, I'll tell you, we are working on, they got this new 602 late model series. I guess it's coming up in West Virginia, maybe. A lot of things happen right around the Beckley area. A lot of people, this elite racing series, it's a 602 late model deal, and then you got the Red Clay series.
Yeah.
Working on a combination race between the two of them on a Friday night in June. Hopefully gonna close that out here in the next couple of days, and so we know we got it locked in, and that I think that'll make 15 races for the year, which I think is a lot. But I talked to some of these racers down there, and they're like, man, we should be racing every week.
We got to get our feet under us first. Let us get to walking first.
For sure.
It's still pretty, new to us. Running a racetrack is running a racetrack, but at the same time, dirt's a little different. The people, seem much more laid back. One thing I did want to mention, there's been a lot of racing going on, and I love all the racing going on already. But Cherokee Speedway was supposed to open up Saturday.
I don't even know what happened there.
Apparently, the racers and everybody signed in.
Well, I don't think there was very many of them. So it was like they were trying to run like some lower divisions maybe to kick off their season. And there wasn't, because I noticed there wasn't modifieds and there wasn't late models. Somebody could probably tell me a little bit more about that.
But that sort of bothered me a little.
Hey, but Jim, I'll tell you another thing. This past weekend, local racer to the Ararat area, Jeff Parsons, he went down and won the Battle of the Boom City Mid-East Street Stock Race, $15,000 to win.
That's
down
awesome.
At Fayetteville. A lot of old names.
And one other thing, they had the Joe Dirt 100 at Tyler County Speedway this past weekend.
Yeah.
The guy won without a driver's side rear tire on.
Yeah.
It was the coolest thing I ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, what do you need those for on dirt?
I guess you really don't.
No, for sure. All right. So here's what we're going to do now, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to ask you some dirt racing terms, okay?
Dirt racing terms. This is I don't know what we call this segment. We're just throwing this together here. This one's going to be sponsored by Andrews Mowing and Landscaping. He's going to be sponsoring this segment here. Well, hopefully he gets a good laugh out of it.
Yeah. I'll give you an easy one to start with. What does a bottom feeder mean?
A bottom feeder?
Yeah.
Somebody that runs the bottom line?
Yep.
Like down in the sticky
Yep.
mud?
Yep. What is the droop rule in dirt racing?
The droop rule?
Yeah. They're always checking for droop after the Lucas Oil and World of Outlaws. I tell you, you've seen it 100 times when they go across. They're measuring it, but what does it mean?
Checking to see maybe how the springs release, maybe? I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're just checking for the left rear deck height. Yeah.
I wasn't far off.
Yeah, well, okay. We won't give you that one, but we'll let you think that.
Okay. Well, now I know.
All right, what does it mean when they say he fell out of the seat?
Oh, that one's easy. He forgot how to drive.
Yeah, you got tired, lost strength, lost the race.
Had to come in for one of those blue Pepsis.
Yeah, Lord have mercy. What does the term loose mean?
Loose means fast.
Okay. What does loose mean?
Loose means, you have easy steering.
Easy steering?
Well, easy, almost uncontrolled.
Okay. The best way to explain loose and tight that I've ever been told is loose, you hit the wall with the back of the car, and tight, you hit the wall with the front of the car. So, loose is, it's the rear tires of the car have trouble sticking in the corners, causing the car to fishtail as the rear end swings outward in the turn.
Do you have your, dictionary out over there? Where are you coming up with this?
These definitions are coming from the World of Outlaws website, actually, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
What does it mean when they say they're on rails?
They're hooked up. They feel like their car is on point.
Yes.
My car is on the rail.
How about on the binders?
His car's running high, up in the dirt, in the marbles.
Binders are brakes.
Oh, well, his car's not running great.
Yeah. All right, what does it mean when they say ripping the lip?
Oh, he just caught a big old fish.
This is not fishing. This is dirt racing.
Oh, ripping the lip. I have no clue. Maybe, ripping the front,
No. It means running the cushion or the top of the racetrack by the wall.
Oh, so like Bobby Pierce.
Yep. How about a slide job? What is a slide job?
When you go down in a turn and you just slide on smooth right on by the guy that's in front of you.
When you slide right up in front of him, yeah. How about stagger? What does stagger mean? When they say to stagger the tires, what does that mean?
Stagger your tires. I've been in racing as long as I've been alive, so this should be easy for me. Staggering. I have no idea. Maybe checking the pressure. I have no idea.
Lord have mercy. You're basically just, you're putting you're setting the car up to where it corners better. It reduces friction. Corners better. Best way I've seen it explained, this is an asphalt explanation. They take a paper cup, where it's bigger on one end than the other, and it rolls around easier.
Okay.
From the bottom. So
you would technically do that with air pressures, in sense.
Yep. What is the greatest show on dirt?
The Eldora 100.
No. World of Outlaws is known as the greatest show on dirt, but we're going with Ararat BullRing. That was the proper answer, okay?
Yeah, that one just slipped my mind. We ain't got going yet, so.
All right, what is the cushion?
The cushion's down low, ain't it?
Nope, it is the exact opposite of down low.
The cushion's up high.
Listen, I'm getting you dialed in. You're going to know some stuff when this is over with, okay?
Well, why can't we just say it's up high or that's down low?
Oh my God.
He's in the muddy dirt and he's in the dry dirt.
All right, what does it say when they say that the track has a dry slick?
A dry slick? Is that when it's rubbered up?
No.
So the dry slick is it's not wet enough yet.
It's a dry dirt track with
Yeah.
little or no moisture, often dusty.
Now, I almost knew this one.
How about a tacky surface?
That's when it's still real wet, when they're...
Wet and sticky.
Yeah.
Yep.
They just talked about this on Flow on one of their shows a couple weeks ago, so...
Yep. How about slicking off?
Slicking off?
Yeah.
Is that like sliding off when it's too wet? I have no idea.
It's when the dirt surface becomes slicker throughout the race, giving it a shiny gray. And that's kind of like when it's starting
Rubbering
to rubber up.
Okay. So it's technically slicking off.
What is better, steep banking or no banking?
Oh, steep banking all day long.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Now, who wants to see a race with no banking? I mean, you have Bowman Gray.
Lord
And
have
while
mercy.
Bowman Gray has a great event, it's not racing.
Oh my God. You just alienated all the Bowman Gray people.
Well, thankfully it's a dirt show, you know.
Yeah, well, we have a crossover. We have some crossovers. The Keatons, they race both on dirt and at Bowman Gray. And there's probably some other ones.
We do. And I appreciate what Bowman Gray is. Don't get me wrong. But if I'm setting
Yeah,
out...
we can tell.
But if I'm setting out to go see like a badass race, I'm not going to say, hey, let's go to Bowman Gray. I'm going to say, hey, let's go to Wake County or
Right. I understand.
a little BullRing.
All right, what is a bead lock?
A bead lock?
Mm-hmm.
That's your tires bead locking when it holds the pressure in.
Not exactly. It's a device used to fasten the tire bead to the wheel rim.
So just what I said.
Yeah, bead lock wheels. What does bite mean?
Does it bite mean your tires are gripping to the track?
Yep, the amount of traction it has. What is a BullRing?
Ararat Speedway.
That would be Ararat BullRing. But,
Ararat BullRing.
Um,
A tight, confined little space of racing.
very small racetrack. They say a half mile or less, but I would probably, I would consider 3/8 or less, or maybe less than 3/8.
Yeah, half
Myself.
mile's a little big.
What is the chute?
The chute? The chute's where you go when you're getting ready to go out onto the track. When you're getting ready to go. Lineup area.
Okay. What does the cross flags mean?
Halfway?
Yep.
We're halfway home.
What does it mean when they say that they are dicing?
It means they're racy. They're cutting in and out.
Yep. All right.
I ain't as bad as I thought I was.
Well, apparently I got easier on you.
No.
I'm just saying.
Just admit, your wife knows
Nothing.
a little more than nothing, but not a lot.
Oh, Lord.
Enough to get herself in trouble in a conversation.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so you told me this past week that you no longer want to drive the pack car.
Oh, I think I want to be promoted. I think I want to drive the water truck.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not as fun as it looks. I was watching with Water the Racetrack.
That was not with, that was Beckley.
Oh, Beckley, sorry. All these dirt tracks run together.
No.
That's
There's a stark, let's just be clear. And you've been to both, so I know you know. There's a stark difference between With and Beckley.
Okay, you got me.
In size, layout, every imaginable way, there's a stark difference.
I think it would be so much fun to drive the water truck. Now, I know you got to go at like snail speed.
Not really.
But like watching them, like you're going along and you're watching the dirt all dry and you look out the side of your window and then you're watching beauty just come upon. I know, it probably sounds silly. But dirt racing is beautiful. When a dirt track is prepared correctly, it is gorgeous.
Yeah. Luckily, we got some help with that because I don't know anything about preparing a dirt track.
Now, would it be watered correctly if I did it? I'm not sure. I think you start up high so the water goes low. So it has time to like drain down, I think.
Yeah, I'm not a track waterer, so I'm not in the track prep department. I mean, I hope to, by the end of the year, I hope to know exactly how to do all of it.
Oh, you're going to learn this year.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to learn me something for sure.
You know, even all the years we went to like dirt races when we were doing the magazine and the coverage, you know, I always loved to, and it didn't happen all the time, when we would get there early enough to watch the pack cars.
I thought your favorite part was walking across the track before it was good and run in.
Oh, no, when it was so tacky and sticky, and it was awful.
I mean, I fell a many a time, especially going in with Raceway. Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
down that hill.
Going down that hill or trying to get, up that hill after you done been on your feet all night and you're exhausted and you look up that hill and you're like, just take me now, Jesus. Just take me. That's a big old hill.
That's right. It is. All right. Well, as you can tell, we didn't have that much for you this week. We were a couple days late and still didn't have that much for you, but we just I wanted to make sure we got an episode in this week. We're gonna have a lot more for you as we go along. It's just I feel like we're in that little bit of a lull, where we've done all these, things. We got everything ready and prepped on the one end, the preparation outside of the racetrack end, and now we're entering into the phase of prepping everything at the racetrack, and then things start to, come back to life again here in the next week or two. As we head into the opener, man, I feel like we're running out of time though. Today we're 7 days away from the 26th of March, which means we're exactly 1 month away then from our opener. So we got 5, we got 5 weeks here.
But like you said, it's nothing major to
technically
do.
6 weeks, 5.5 weeks.
We got some cleaning and some painting to do, and I'm sure there's going to be a few bumps of things we're going to have to tackle.
Yeah.
Once we get our hands dirty and get going.
Yeah.
But everything I've seen, the facility was built correct.
Yeah.
Simple.
Very simplistic.
Very everything's all together. Everything's the way it should be.
Yeah.
It's not just so drawn out and huge and...
Yeah. Yeah, we're, there's going to be nights that we're going to wish it was a little bigger, the facility, that is. And opening night, I feel like, is one of them. I really, man, talking to race fans and talking to racers and, reading what they think and, hearing what, the parts guys got to say about what he's hearing. And
it's definitely exciting, that they're hearing such good things and they have such high expectations, but at the same time it's kind of scary because what if we show up and it's not as either way I think that we're going to be good.
I think we're going to have a great opening night, first few races, and then it's up to us to do a good job and keep people happy, and obviously you can't make everybody happy. I mean, it's impossible, but
we've never really had trouble making the racing great and making it exciting.
Yeah, that's right.
And it being on dirt just makes it so much, I love watching 2 dirt cars just being out on the track by themselves, just sliding around.
Hell, one just slinging it in the corners. And I've always said this, and I don't want people to think, I just, got my first dirt track and I'm over here, throwing off on asphalt. But I've said this forever. Watching one, especially a dirt modified, they're my favorite.
Or dirt late model.
I like dirt late models, but dirt modifieds are my favorite, especially these type of mods that we've got. I like the 602s. I like the UMPs.
Are they sort of like the B mods that Beckley used to run? Are they sort of like that?
You're getting too far into the weeds here. I don't know what they were back then. I wasn't smart enough back then to be able to tell you what they were.
Okay.
But I do believe they were some sort of, I don't know what a B mod is. I'd have to Google that. So
okay.
I see they do big B mod races like out in like the Brownstown BullRing and Peevely and places like that. They do some big B mod races. So I'd figure out what a B mod is. We don't have those around here.
Maybe I should.
And maybe these are. I don't know.
Maybe I should have been the one testing you today.
Yeah. I'd never sign up for something like that.
Oh no, you wouldn't. And I don't mind. If you're testing me, it's just giving me more knowledge.
Yeah.
I might forget it in 5 minutes, but
That's right. All right. Well, that'll do it for this episode of the BullRing Banter. This is episode 5, so we're 5 episodes in now. Technically 6 if you count our pilot test run there. But episode 5 is now in the books. Appreciate Buffalo Mountain Motorsports and TC Construction for helping us out with the BullRing Banner and at sponsoring the Ararat BullRing, and also Andrew's Mowing and Landscaping for sponsoring our segment this week that we don't even have a name for.
Yeah.
Dirt racing knowledge. Dirt Racing 101. That was what that was. And,
okay, we'll go with that.
And
make sure to check out the merch.
You got a C- this week in the Dirt Racing 101.
Can you just give me a C? I don't like minus.
Yeah. Okay, we'll give you a double minus then. So. All right, that'll do it for episode number 5 of the BullRing Banter podcast. We'll be back next week, hopefully on time, and have another episode for you. And working on, I got a couple guests lined up. I just don't have them penciled into dates and stuff. And hopefully, I think we're able to go live on our Facebook page another 6 or 7 days or something like that. You have to be on there for 60 days, which is crazy to think. We've done so much in like this span. We ain't even to 60 days yet, and I mean it's crazy.
And we still got so much more to do.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. I mean we are deep in it, but I'm proud of how far we've come in less than 60 days. I mean, we're over 1,000 followers on Facebook, and we're getting ready to. And I've said this before, and obviously we haven't done it, but getting ready to crank up our YouTube and crank up our TikTok, and crank everything. We got our Instagram going. We don't have but like 17 followers. So if you're listening, you're on Instagram. Hey, go give us a follow, and so we can at least get to 20. So
I don't even follow on Instagram. Instagram's sort of not really as prevalent as it used to be to me.
Oh my God. Here you go. I'm dropping all your knowledge on social media here.
I am a Facebooker, and I love TikTok, and I check Instagram every few days, but All
right, we're shutting up. Episode 5, BullRing Banter podcast in the books. We'll talk to you next week.